Hello, everyone. This is Professor Fang coming to you from the future. While streaming this, I came back from a break, and my chat thought I was being quiet because I was locked in to the fight, which I was, but actually my mic was just still muted from the break. So I appreciate them giving me the focus and the concentration that I needed to S rank this, but I wanted to go back and provide the commentary for context after the fact. So with S ranking, you can't get hit in this fight. You have to do it hitless. And so the name of the game is trying to beat the fight as quick as possible. Starting with phase 1 here, you want to spin into as many of the boulders as possible. In this part, you want to jump and then hit the boulder so you get 4 boulders instead of 3. And then you want to jump on this rail so that you can get to Devil Doom as soon as possible and basically get him down to half health. If you've done that by the 1 minute mark, you are in good shape. The longer the fight goes, the more difficult it is to not get hit. You're basically leaving yourself open to getting potentially damaged. For this first phase of the second part of the fight here, you want to just use Doom Morph or Doom Squid and travel through the Morph balls or the Squid balls, and so that you can reach the Devil Doom. And then here, what you can do is just use the platforms. I made a mistake there and had to use the spring, but I recovered. And basically, you can see I was just dashing from ball to ball, only using the platforms if I felt like I was gonna get stuck or trapped. In this final portion here, we're at the 2 minute mark. Usually I am right around the 2 minute mark or maybe like a little under that. But again, I'm trying to prioritize using the balls as much as possible. And what you can do here is use the balls again or make use of the spring to get to that platform. And then just continue stringing the balls and the springs so that you can reach Devil Doom and mash that square button or mash the attack button. You should have that phase done somewhere around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you do, I find that you're usually in good shape at that point. And then after that, you will be in officially the second phase, Neo Devil Doom. And here, this part's a little tricky. It took me some time to figure out whether or not I preferred to play inverted or with normal flight controls. That's the first thing you want to do for yourself. Figure out which one just feels more natural to you. And it's really tough because the controls I find aren't super tight. Like, Shadow faces a lot of resistance when he's flying. So you need to figure out what works best for you. For this phase, you want to fly. You want to spin into Devil Doom's projectiles in all of them, and as soon as the icon shows up for you to attack, you just have to go in and mash that attack button so that you can do as much damage as possible. For this section, you kind of need to trip out Devil Doom and wait for the opportune moment to fly away from the from the tail. Because if that tail hits you, it counts as an attack. It also takes up a lot of time. And if that ever hits you, I mean, if you're going for the S rank, it's pretty much an instant reset. So as you can see here, it's kind of the same thing. And he does it twice at this point. This should be the last time he tries to attack you with that, because at this point, you should just be mashing the spin button to send back his projectiles, and then immediately dash into him to get that final attack in. And once you're at this phase, you can't get hit. I don't know what happens if you miss the QuickTime event buttons, and if that results in a hit. But hopefully by this point, you haven't had to worry about that. This phase is really, if you are not able to beat him by this point, I just recommend restarting, because Neo Devil Doom's attack patterns get even trickier. He does more tail attacks. I believe, one swipes vertically as well, in addition to horizontally. So his patterns just become more and more unpredictable. You have less attack time, or it gives you less opportunities to attack him. You really want to try to finish him in the in those first two cycles. Otherwise, you just have to survive for longer. Not that it's impossible at that point. It's just making it more difficult on yourself and taking a longer amount of time. So, in my experience, I've just reset the fight if I've ever missed one of the hits or anything like that. Because if you don't spin into all of those projectiles he shoots out, you may not get the opportunity to boost into him and do that massive attack or massive damage either, which, again, will prolong the fight, and you might miss that window of beating him in 2 cycles. But after that, you're pretty much done the fight, and that is it for this little, I don't know if this is a guide, I'm just kind of providing commentary and context, but I hope this helps, and enjoy the rest of the stream.